Now we can get it going. All right, so yo, Anna James is in the building. We got Anna James. Much love to Anna in the building. First one on the live. Thank you. So, before we kick it off, Anna, I got to read the disclosure, got to read the disclaimer. So let me take care of that. And then since Anna is the first person in the building, we're going to show her some love. We'll take a look at any stock charts you want to look at, any questions that you got. But let's knock out this disclaimer and this disclosure. So, as you already know, please note that the following is not legal advice and is all right, let's kick it off from the beginning. All right, so please note that the following is not legal advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should be not relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. Okay, with that being said, big shout out to everybody who's joined. Like I said, Anna James, the first one in the building. And we see Slim, I see Earl Thompson, I see Francis Brixton, I see Marie B, I see Chris up in here. Anna James says, just curious, I'm only options trading now with paper money. Let me see, did I miss a comment from you? Hey, do you do futures too? I'm so new. Yo, so Anna. I just had a call come in, so it kind of broke up the live and paused the live. But Anna asked, do I do futures trading? And at this moment, I do not. There are a lot of people out there that have suggested that I get into futures or Forex. Those are things that I am interested in, but I want to master options trading. I want to know that I can generate $10,000 a week easy, try something new. Now, I do understand a lot of the concepts and the fundamentals across the board when it comes to trading is the same. So whether you're trading commodities, whether you're trading futures, whether you're trading Forex, whether you're trading stocks, whether you're trading options, a lot of the concepts at the base level are the same, but there are nuances that make them each unique. So like I said, for me, I'm going to master this options trading. And when I get to the stage where I know I can make 10,000 a week easy, 15K a week easy, then I'll get into futures or whatever else may be. All right. So shout out to everybody that's rocking with me so far this morning. Looks like we're close to 20 people in the building. Just got to get some things fixed over here. Let me go ahead and exit out of the disclosure. Let me bring myself down and let's pop into the charts. I'll open up TradingView right now. So I did have a play of the day already. I am going to try to get more live. So when I say more live, what I mean is I do want to get to the stage where I'm actually doing the live trades with you all. So I've already done my play of the day with my Discord community. I alerted, I believe it was XLE again. And it was the same setup that we've been seeing these past 3 days that I did with Alibaba the other day. So we saw that bullish hammer that popped up. I went ahead and took that as a signal after it bounced off the previous day high or the previous day 50% and was able to make some money. So, of course, this is the futures chart setup. This is the default that I have on TradingView. But let me go ahead and get everything sized right so we can take a look. Of course, it's always a little wonky when you try to do it like this, but ain't no thing. We will rock together. So let's go in and take a look at the play of the day. The Navo 78 said made 7% on Tesla this morning. That's right. So you caught the momentum after the earnings, right? Yo, do you do options trading? Yes, that's what we're talking about is options trading. Project Limitless says, what is a funded account and should I look into that? Okay, that is a really good question because my opinion on funded accounts has changed. So I'm going to try to make sure I answer everybody's questions, all the comments in the chat. But Project Limitless asked a very good question about what is a funded account and should they look into it. So here's what I'll say and what I understand and what I know about funded accounts. Basically, funded accounts are accounts that you get to trade with live capital after you have passed some type of evaluation or test. So there are these different companies, they're known as prop firms that say, hey, you Joe Trader, if you know how to trade and pass this test, we will give you $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 of live money to trade with. Now, the downside that I used to hear and that I've still been hearing is that a lot of these prop firms make the evaluations very, very challenging, very, very difficult to pass. So essentially, the way that it works is step one, you find a prop firm that you like or that you're interested in. They're going to charge you a fee to get on board. They're going to say, okay, it's a $50 fee or $100 fee or whatever the case may be. You pay your fee, and then you have to pass your evaluations. And the evaluations is like a list of criterion that you have to meet before they give you live funds, before they give you that $50,000 to trade with, that $100,000 to trade with. So the first kind of hiccup that I've been hearing over the years is that they make those evals super, super difficult so that the average person can't pass them. And they're sitting back and collecting the fees from everybody. That doesn't mean that I'm knocking the prop firms or anything like that. All I'm saying is that's what I heard. Now, I have been hearing more recently in the last like 3 months that they've gotten better and they have been a good avenue for people to pursue. You just have to be very careful because after a while, if you keep failing your prop firm evals, before you know it, you put in $1,000, $2,000, things like that to try to pass an eval to get a funded account. So what I would say is step one, if you're interested in going the prop firm route or getting a funded account, know for sure that you have a dedicated, tried and true strategy and setup that you've back tested and you've already been profitable with it and you know that you're good. Step two is understand the prop firm. Go research and look at the reviews. A lot of prop firms have been getting criticized and they're under fire right now because they haven't been paying their payouts. So let's say you pass your eval, you get your funded account, and then you start doing your trades with $50,000 worth of capital that they give you or $100,000 worth of capital. And let's just say you make $30,000 in profit. Well, there have been reports that some of these firms are not paying out to their traders. So you really want to do your due diligence and find out, is this a good prop firm? Damian Lubicki said, I should have taken your advice. I put puts on Tesla. Oh no, my guy. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But we live and we learn. Yo, LaRon, thanks for the follow. Yo, Q Ma Dukes is in the building, y'all. We got a celebrity in the building. Q Ma Dukes is in here. Big shout out to Q Ma Dukes. Project Limit says, I appreciate your insights. Definitely want to give it a shot, but fish. Yeah, most are fishy. Thank you for the follows. Don Malchacho. Yo says, is there any good videos to learn how to use charts? I'm not really good at using charts. Yeah, so for Yo, who's in the chat, go to the TradingView YouTube channel. So if you use TradingView as your charting software, you want to go to the TradingView YouTube channel. Let me bring it up and show y'all. And in my Discord community, I have a bot that puts all of the TradingView videos in our Discord. But if you want to go to TradingView. Oops, there it is. Go to the TradingView YouTube channel, and they put out videos like almost every week. This is what it looks like. TradingView, which is this platform here. This is TradingView. This is what TradingView looks like. This is the charting software. Here's their YouTube channel. If you go to their YouTube channel, they put out videos every week about charting and how to set up the indicators and everything like that. So that's a good free resource for you right there. Okay, so I want to talk about the play of the day, and then we can get into asking questions. Yo, Kenny G, thanks for coming through. Big shout out to y'all. I don't know how y'all did it, but we got to 1.4K likes already, so I got so much love for y'all. Hey, Damien, did you log your Tesla trade in your journal? That's the most important thing. You know, there was a guy on our live yesterday who said he had $120,000 on Tesla puts. I was wondering how he's doing today. The Navo 78 says, thoughts on Snap since earnings are tomorrow. The Navo, you got to remember, like I said with Damien, you got to remember, don't even try to guess on the earnings, right? I don't want to seem harsh, but I'm at this stage now where I don't even care about a company's earnings. I don't care if you're expected to make money. I don't care if you're expected to lose money. I don't care what that is. I just want to know, how is the market reacting to your earnings? And if they're reacting bullish, then I'm going to jump in on that momentum up. If they're reacting bearish, then I'm going to jump in on that momentum down. But what I've learned, especially in this past year, is these companies will say and do anything to twist up their earnings so that it goes a different way. All bets and all things like that were pointing a certain way for Tesla. Elon said something, and now look at us. Look at what happened with Netflix. If you're on my live yesterday, I broke down what happened with Netflix earnings. I broke down what happened with Pepsi's earnings. So all I say is play the momentum after earnings. Oh man, Akuma Duke says, I'm sure old boy is not in a good place on the Tesla puts. Anna James, thank you for the likes. Everybody, thank y'all for the likes. We're quickly running up on 2K. I think I wanna start coming up with like little ways that I could say thank you to y'all when we hit certain like milestones. Like if we have a live where I get to 10K likes or something like that, I might want to send like an Amazon gift card to somebody or something like that. Whatever I could do to give back and show y'all love and give y'all value, you know, because it's always such a good time when we're on live together, when we're on my TikTok live. But I wanted to show the play of the day. So, oops, let me bring this down. So I did have AMD that I got stopped out of. AMD, as soon as I got into it, it went the immediate opposite direction, which is fine. I stuck to my stop loss, got out of there. But I entered. All right, of course, now this is just a slipping up on me. Come on, don't do this. Don't do this. Jesus. All right. All right. My old computer, y'all. This is a 10-year-old computer, still keeping up with your boy. Okay, I want to show the play of the day. All right, play of the day. So I entered, like I said, I got stopped out of AMD, but I entered XLE calls on that exact same setup that I've been talking about all week. So, of course, my face is in the way, but entered AMD calls. You can see the confirmation there. Even at the top, you can see the email confirmation that Robinhood sent me that the trade went through. And then it was not too long, like I told y'all. And then here was the chart after. So if you've been on my lives for the past 2 days, I've been playing this setup all week right here. The bullish hammer, either bouncing off of the daily 50% or the previous day low or the previous day high. This has been coming through all week for us. So I played this setup. I alerted it to the chat. And I even said that it was probably going to go for the previous day high as a level of resistance. That's exactly what we did and got up out of there. And so, boom, there you go. Made a little bit of money. Like I said, I'm a scalper. I'm very conservative. I'm not looking for 100% or 1000% every day. I look for my base hits and add up those base hits and they compound over time. The Navo says, thank you for the realness. Oh, of course, yeah. Whether I win or lose, you know, I put it in my trading journal, add it to my backlog. I make my notes. I see where I could have improved, where I had areas that I did good. And that's just how you get better and better each day. But one of my goals, right, is to actually start doing the live trades. So instead of going over the trades after I did it, I want to do it live with y'all on TikTok. But one thing that I have to do is I trade from this phone that I'm recording on, that I'm live on. So I got to have another way to trade. So I might just start, I primarily use Robinhood, but I have Webull too. So I might just start going on the Webull on the desktop app so that we could all see the trade together. And then I'll just do the trades from Webull on my computer. And then we could just go from there. The Navo says, I'm looking to gain 2 to 4% a day. Anything more than that is a great day. Exactly. Yes. That's about the same for me. Mine is 3 to 5%. And I don't need to go crazy. I don't need to be greedy. Exactly in the same boat. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you. Okay, so the only ticker or request that I saw so far for today was somebody wanted to know about Snapchat on the earnings. Like I already said, I don't want to seem rude or brash or whatever the case may be. But let's just see what the technicals are looking like for Snapchat. Let's see. All right. Now, why would this swap group come up? Come on. Let's just see. All right, here we go, y'all. So, who's all in the live right now? Who's rocking with us right now? We got the Navo 78, of course. Big shout out to Anna James, Edwin Chalice, Diego Villanueva, Kef Zhao, BK Parsons, Project Limitless. Big shout out. User 9253226115341. Whoever that is, big shout out to you too. Okay, here we go. We got Snapchat in the building. They got earnings coming up. Let's see. So at first glance, the technicals are looking bullish. It's already getting hot in here. Give me just a second. All right, let's see. The Navo 78 says, I'm working right now trying to make a passive income. Exactly. That's what it's about, bro. So just a reminder, the first half of this, the Navo 78, the first half is being profitable with your trading. That's not the passive part. So what you want to do is, as you get profits from your trading, you want to take a small portion of those profits and then add it to your passive income portfolio, whether it's dividend income, whether it's real estate, whether it's getting a vending machine business, whatever you got going on the side. And then what I say is, so let's just say, just to give you an easy example, right? Let's say that you have a trading day where you make $500. And so of that $500 in profit, you probably want to take about 80 to $100 and put that towards your passive income portfolio. The rest of the money, the $400, you want to use that to grow your trading account. So that's just the long and short of my strategy there. Looking to fund my next trucking company. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Now, the person that asked for Snap, are you in the building right now? Where is Snap's earnings? I thought they said Snap had earnings coming up. Let's look at the daily chart. All right. So, Snapchat does have earnings tomorrow after hours. And you guys have heard me say this. I probably sound like a broken record. When it comes to earnings, just play the momentum. Okay, so just kind of looking at the 30-minute chart on Snapchat. Each one of these candlesticks represents 30 minutes of time. Looks like this is like a base level of support from, Lance. Big shout out to Lance. Thank you for the follow. So it looks like we're coming down into a support area at 1086, just eyeballing it. Let's go to the daily chart. That way we can easily chart it out. Now, if you are new to trading, right? If you're a newbie, because that's really what my lives are for all the new folks out there that are just getting started with trading, one of the first things that you're easily going to learn about is this idea of support and resistance. Now, a lot of us, when we first started to get into trading, we learned to draw a line for the support and resistance level. But one thing that has really, really helped me out is to draw a zone. Not just a line, but more so a rectangle, a zone of the support and resistance area. So here we're looking at the daily chart for Snapchat, and we want to draw just a support and resistance zone. Now, Now, this is very subjective, right? There is no right or wrong answer. You'll get better and better at it over time. But my eyes are immediately kind of identifying. I'm trying to look over the phone and past the phone. I might as well just use the phone to do this. But my eyes are identifying about this area right here. Something like this as a support and resistance zone. It depends, maybe if you wanted to be a little bit more, something like that. And you could zoom in on a daily basis just to really see. But it kind of looks like the price for Snapchat really wants to kind of gravitate into this kind of area and this flow, if we could all see that, right? Of course, we had this kind of break below with this bullish hammer, but it pushed us back up. So that's just a quick eyeball. Like I said, it's just I know a lot of people might describe this or say that this is a pretty wide range, but we just want to get an idea. So we're kind of pushing down into this support zone. And like I said, if we didn't have earnings, right? If we didn't have earnings tomorrow for Snapchat, then I would just immediately looking at what we got going on right here, I would think we have bearish sentiment. I think we're going to push more down into this support and resistance zone before seeing maybe a pivot to another direction or something like that. That's just what I'm seeing right now. But of course, you can add some other things, right? Is this the right snap? What is this? What is this? I don't even think this is the right ticker symbol. Lance says I'm swing trading it. Why is this? This ain't. What is this? Why y'all let me bring up the wrong one? All right. I don't know what just happened right here, but based off of this chart, I don't know what is going on here. That is it. Did I bring up? Yeah, it is it. Why does it seem like... That's weird. What happened here? Oh, Jesus. Okay, look how crazy this chart is. That's just ridiculous. All right, look at this, you guys. Look at this. So, even though Snapchat in their last earnings beat their EPS, even though it was expected to be negative, they beat their earnings per share estimate. They had negative revenue, right? They had a loss on their revenue. It just completely put them in a whole nother place. But even here, you can see that this was somewhat of a support zone even before it happened. So it's going to be kind of tough. It's one of those things where I think I don't even want to talk about earnings, but it's one of those things where I think like, yo, they need to say something miraculous and remarkable to push back up. But, you know, there is a whole gap to be filled. So if Snapchat gets to a certain point, like I'd say above, oh yeah, we got 2 whole gaps. This is what I would look for. And it may not happen tomorrow with the earnings. Edwin Charles, do you have a schedule of when you go live? I don't have a schedule, and that's because I work a 9 to 5. I do have a gig, man, so I usually try to hop on lives like in between meetings or when I have some space where I know meetings are coming up. I'm gonna try to have more of a schedule, maybe possibly after the market closes or during the weekends. But at times like these where we're in the middle of the market day, I don't have a schedule. I just try to hop on when I can and tap in with y'all. But I always do my gaps with the white shaded area. So we've got a gap there. And we've got another gap here, pretty much. So we've got 2 gaps that have been formed to the downside that need to be filled for Snapchat. Now, as I was saying yesterday in my live, if you were rocking with me yesterday, I've noticed that the gaps are typically areas where price doesn't want to be. Now, the original thesis or strategy of the gap fill strategy is that eventually price will want to come in and close the gaps. But even as we see here, this is a bad gap drawing. Hold on, let me bring it up. Even as we see here, look, with these gaps, price kind of tries to go into the gap and then it pushes down. So what I've been learning is that at least for a period of time, when a gap does occur, it's a strong indication that that's where price doesn't want to be. But that's on the daily basis. Now, if a gap occurs like on a 30-minute chart or an hourly chart or a 5-minute chart, you'll typically see those close within the same day. But anything on the daily time frame and above, if you see a gap happen, at least from my experience, that just shows that's where price doesn't even want to be unless it's forced to go in there. All right. But yeah, so Edwin, just to reiterate, man, as of this moment in time right now, I don't have a set consistent schedule of when I go live. I am going to set something up at least for after hours, like when I'm officially done with the workday. So we can definitely count on some consistent lives like after the market closes. But during the time when the market is open, I never know what might happen, what might pop up with the job. So I usually just try to get on where I see some space. Anna James, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. All right. So with that being said, I'll just reiterate one more time. If you're playing Snap, in this very moment in time, I see it just being a little bit bearish, pushing down into this support and resistance zone. And then, of course, who knows what can happen with earnings tomorrow. But there are 2 gaps that need to be filled to the upside. All right, Lance, are you swing trading it up or are you swing trading it down? Are you playing options or you got the actual shares in the stock? Doesn't look like Lance is in here, but shout out to BK Parsons, Min, all y'all that are rocking with me in this live right now. Let's see if I can find a play. Let's see if we can find a play to get into, and we'll start off with those that I was saving. Maybe I should have saved that. Let's go take a look at SPY. Let's see what SPY's doing. Let's see. All right, futures is pushing down, so there is a correlation if you are new to trading, right? If you are new to trading, one thing that you want to have up on your charts is the ES mini futures, S&P 500 futures, because they are correlated with SPY. So what we can see is if futures is pushing down, then we should see SPY pushing down as well. Let's take a look. And of course, we've got SPY pushing down, and it looks like it wants to bounce off yesterday's 50%. So we will see how this goes. I don't see an immediate play, but it would be nice if we had that same setup that we've been seeing all week. Like if this was to turn into a nice strong bullish hammer, that would be pretty dope. Or maybe the next candle after it, if we had a nice strong bullish hammer to push us back up to the upside. And then let's go take a look at the Qs, at QQQ. All right. Yo, Kunal, thanks for coming through.